Probably the most defining period in my life was when I studied abroad in Kenya. It was terrifying at first. I got on a plane, flew to New York where I met all the other kids. They were all crazy, grungy hippies with dreadlocks and beards, and they didn't shave, and they were wearing hemp. And that's just not me. I've always been the clean-cut, kind of preppy athlete type. And I wasn't sure I was going to fit in at all. It was the most amazing thing that I ever did. There were 13 of us that we spent 3 months together throughout Nairobi and other parts in Kenya. We lived in tents. We took showers out of a bucket, cold showers out of a bucket, so we minimized the showering. I did shave the whole time because you can maintain your girliness, it's okay. Made wonderful friends and got to learn in an amazing environment. My favorite example is we were learning about how just the general ecosystem and how the water affects the landscape. So rather than sit in a classroom and have a PowerPoint screen with slides, my teacher, who was a Maasai, which are very rustic tribal people, he hiked us to the top of a hill. We looked out over the landscape and got to see the river and how it affected the trees and how the landscape changed as you moved away from the water. So I got to experience it. I was a conservation major, so I thought that all we needed to do was save the animals and save the plants. I got to meet the people that were killing the animals and the plants and understand why they were doing that and how that impacted them and how people have needs as fundamental as feeding their children, which far surpass whether they care whether that elephant is killed or not. And it gave me a much better view of the world and how the problems that we view, and we see the stars on TV saying we have to save the world. Well, stop. It's very important and we need to find ways to do that, but we need to see how it affects people that have much more fundamental issues.